Welcome.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? We're about to get our Karnov's Revenge exhibitions in just a minute. Got some special guest commentators. They're hanging out. They're, got them muted for right now, but it's gonna be 4 FT5s. Mostly, pretty much all NA. Tomorrow we'll have additional guest commentators and preparing some lore that we'll be able to share. So it's gonna be fun times, but yeah, just give me like another minute or so, and then we'll open it up for comms, and then we'll get into these FT5s. So be right back. All right, I think I'm just about ready. I'm gonna open up voice. Let's They're probably in the middle of a conversation. We're just gonna outright eavesdrop on them. Yo, you guys there?
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's going on?
Glad to be here.
I thought I was about to unmute and you guys were in the middle of a heated conversation, but no, you guys were just straight up chilling.
Nah.
Yeah, we're
Just chilling.
really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we got to run some Karnovs, and I know you guys always come rolling deep. That WNF tournament we did, maybe 3 years ago, was super tight, and my first real exposure.
3 years ago? Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the time flies.
right.
Yeah, that time
Good
flies.
Lord.
But yeah, I mean Karnov's I know has a pretty rich history here in the U.S. Tomorrow we should be getting some of that Euro lore, some of that French Karnov's Revenge lore. We'll have one of the top of the top players, basically outside of Japan, Zargot, who's gonna be on comms, and it's gonna be like 7 or 8 a.m. for him. But he's like, "Yo, Karnov's Revenge, I'm down." So yeah, so we'll get to hear from him. I already know a little bit of the stories, but I'm excited. And LordBBH, good to see you on this side of fighting games. I know you're always on the grind, and you got a stream to do in about 2 hours or so.
Yeah, but I can hang out for this.
Yeah.
I can make time for FHD.
Yeah, so there you go. It ain't November, but you can play this game year round. So
Hell yeah.
and I'm excited that I'll be able to see you in just a couple of weeks at Fight Kingdom. That's kind of hype.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever actually met, right?
Only indirectly at
Maybe.
one of the some even maybe
Yeah, like,
TOL
we've been at-
one, and we cross paths, but
We've been at Evo, but never really said what's up to each other. So yeah, that'll be cool.
yeah, it'll be cool. I'll be grinding it out in random fighting games. I'm trying to do some 0-3, ideally CVS, but yeah, I'm down for 2x, and we'll kick it. So
Yeah.
happy to have you on PolarBair, of course. We just hung out a bit online. When we did Cyberbots, and here we are again. Your communities just keep on winning.
I mean, hey, I love to hang out at an event eventually. It's just I haven't been able to make it out to anything like West Coast, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it'll happen eventually, right? But yeah, Karnov's Revenge is like a game that probably one of the first games I really played on Fightcade. And I was hooked, right? Because it's like a pretty simple game to get into. I had a friend who was into it, and that's T5, who's going to be commentating tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because last time T5 was popping off and I was on comp. I had a great time. And if we could get T5 tomorrow with Zargot, we'll be golden, because that's just that's gonna be hype. There's gonna be storylines. I'm hyped for that. And I think when I last checked, we were at 10, maybe 12 signups. I forget. So hopefully we get more, at least from our 2X crew on Dr. Pepper Boys. If you guys haven't signed up, sign up. It'll be a fun time. And in a couple of weeks, we'll get to voting for the next game. So let's go ahead and actually kick this off with Wedge and MooMaster. PolarBair, I don't know if you have anything in particular you want to share about the history of these two players, but I'll get this queued up for us.
All right. So one thing I can say for sure is I know these two played at Frosty Faustings last year, so this is going to be kind of a run back of that.
It was grand finals, wasn't it?
I believe it was grand finals.
Yeah, this is like grand finals run back.
So this is pretty good, and I mean Wedge is cool. I mean, I met him for the first time at that event, and it would end up that he'd soon kind of soft retire from fighting games, I want to say, because it's like at first he said, I'm moving and I don't think I'll have time to play fighting games, and I'm pretty proud of what I've done as a player, but he comes right back in because these games are just that good.
Well, all right, we should have this queued up for you guys. In the chat, let me know how the audio is. This game is loud.
Yeah.
Are we watching off the stream? We're gonna be delayed, right?
No, I got it on
No,
Discord.
we're here.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, we're getting right into it. I mean, that's these players, right? They're very good at putting on the offense.
Oh, I see.
Also, BBH, Wedge was local to you, right? Before he moved.
Yeah, he was a Portland local. Now he's on the coast, which is a couple hours away. But How do I open the... Oh, hold up.
Alright, I got this in the meantime. Really good dashing hellfires. That's kind of the thing in this matchup. There's like very few ranges where you can safely throw a fireball as Ray, which, you know, throws a wrench in his whole game plan. Ooh, throws? There just isn't enough time though. MooMaster is like really frightening once he gets going. Are we good on the stream? Can you see it?
Okay, hold on a sec.
Yeah, you're just gonna click on it and do watch stream. It should be up on there.
Yeah, I'll just have to hover over Riz 1. And
Okay, I got it.
there.
Alright, we're in business, fellas.
Yeah. And I will say, of course, MooMaster, the most exciting Ray to watch. Like he will find the funniest time to wheel kick and just do it. Because like the number one thing a Ray player wants to do, of course, is hit you with wheel kick. But you get too predictable, you know, wheel kick can be punished. You can just duck it, do a full combo. But Moo usually finds like the right time to do it. Gets you not thinking about it. Although Wedge taking game 1. Wedge, of course, playing Zazie, more or less the best character in the game. And it's an interesting matchup because, whoa, nice! Oh god, here come the wheel kicks. Zazie's weak point is his headband up on his head. And that's kind of hard for Ray to really get a quick dizzy on. He's got to land some jump attacks because his electric tackle does not actually hit the headband unless like maybe he's crouching. But if Zazie's standing, he's not going to hit the headband at all. But on the other hand, Zazie does have the instant hands, which will decimate the weak point on Ray's chest and cause a quick dizzy. So it's a very it's a wheel kick right in his face.
These two dudes are also like very multi-game like players. They're very good in a bunch of different games.
They will always sign up for a bunch of things. It got to the point where like I was like playing in at least like 2 or 3 online tournaments where I had to play MooMaster in all 3 of those. Like we always just kept ending up in brackets. And I know Wedge got
oh my god, he keeps going for them.
The cross-up wheel kick, I love it. Whoa, tackle right through. The air-to-air wheel kick. Getting the dizzy. That is...
It's like the top 4 in this game, just like you keep finding out new things about them. It's like Ray has air wheel kick. Mm-hmm. Zazie has like some of the strongest buttons in the game backed up by like hands and dashing hellfire.
Yeah. And like for the most part, people don't really use air wheel kick that much, except like if they're in the corner and want to get out of the corner ASAP. But MooMaster finds a way to dizzy with it on an air-to-air. Wedge putting on the pressure. Electric tackle out. Oh, yeah. The electric tackle is like it's -2, right? So
either 1 or 2, and like hands becomes a real punish.
Yeah, so Zazie can actually punish it.
That's the thing he also has against Lee, which might be important in the bracket tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta watch the Zetsu follow-ups against Zazie. Okay, move. Playing it. Well, let's play it a little cautious, just keeping his distance. That's one thing that's important with Ray. You can just like kind of lame it out sometimes. He has the option to go in and, you know, do whatever into tackle, but he does have a good fireball. They can be used to zone pretty effectively, and if they jump, he's got wheel kick. So Ray can be played defensive. Whoa, crouching heavy punch beating the wheel kick. All right, Wedge putting on the pressure. Ooh, jump jab beating the stand heavy kick.
Something else I noticed about Wedge is like using that standing heavy kick. I feel like a lot of the like other Zazies just kind of forget about that button because, you know...
Yeah, you don't really see it that often.
The standing light kick's like game defining pretty much. Like there are characters wholesale who can't do much about that.
Has 1 hit away from Dizzy. DDT. Oh, going for the cross-up wheel kick. Doesn't get it.
Oh, that was probably a throw attempt, you could tell.
Wedge still one hit away from... Oh!
Wow.
Hands into hands. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, Moo like went in at just the wrong time.
Zazie wins.
It's so tempting when you see that flashing headband. It's like, I want the dizzy. I want the dizzy. I gotta go in. I gotta get that dizzy.
Oh my god, this could be
Oh,
devastating
well,
right here.
yeah. That is a lot of work Ray has to do. This is not looking good. But if anybody can do it, it is MooMaster. Oh, nice full screen tackle. What?
Right?
Zazie hit with like his back elbow, like the elbow that was not doing the Hellfire. Fair and balanced move.
Ray. Round 1. Fight.
Alright, Wedge up 2-1. I love the double neutral jump at the beginning. There's the wheel kick anti-air check. Ooh, doing hands after the Hellfire, trying to catching Moo when he did something. So yeah, Zazie just having those instant hands, it kind of makes you have to check what you do with Ray. Like, yeah, you can't just throw electric tackle out as a chip damage or poke, because Zazie can get it's only a one-hit punish, but it'll often hit the weak point, and
Yeah, exactly.
just like that. There's the dizzy, and there's the hands damage.
Yeah, very accurate call out on that whole that whole round.
Yeesh, yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Moo like has the ability to get into your head, but I think Wedge is like very prepared against that kind of thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there it is. If you see the screen flash like that, that's one hit on the weak point. Oh, there's the electric tackle, but like I said, if Zazie's standing, the electric tackle does not hit the weak point, so it's much harder for Ray to get a dizzy. Against most of the cast, like the electric tackle is gonna do a lot of damage to weak points, so he can get a dizzy and usually finish off the round. So this definitely is one of Ray's tougher matchups.
Yeah, I think that's the case for like the rest of the top 4, like Gene.
Nice combo. Wedge just putting the pressure on, getting those chips.
Yeah, it's like kind of a factor of the time left, right? When there's that much time left, you can easily just, keep throwing hands out and chip you out eventually.
Yeah. Oh, nice tackle.
Ah, dang.
A little late going for the wheel kick cross up.
Zazie.
Trying to put him in the blender.
That's the
But
same
a
kind
little
of
too
like,
late.
the same kind of mix-up tech as like Ryu doing light tatsu into DP and ST.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Appreciate you keeping it extra relatable for our community.
Yeah, for real. 'Cause it's like this game. I mean, the first fighter's history was not great, but this game,
No.
like they accelerated it a lot. This game definitely compares to ST in a lot of ways.
Oh, for sure. It's I don't know how they made this game. Like, yeah, if you played the first one, you can tell like they were trying to make a Street Fighter ripoff, but they didn't. It doesn't really feel like Street Fighter. But this game, like, it just feels good to play. Like, buttons feel good to press. You have chain combos. You can pretty much late cancel like almost any normal into a special move. Like, it's just amazing what a turnaround it was between the two games, and that's why it's held up so well over the years. Whoa. They're just swinging right now, by the way. Oh, nice. Sweet beating the instant hands.
Ray.
Yeah, the fact that every like button is cancelable, save for a very short list, like makes
Yeah.
things really good.
It just feels really good to just jump in and start doing stuff, and that's why it's such a fun game to pick up. I like the wheel kick. Just get out of there. Screw it. Oh, but
Yeah, that was almost optimal. Dang, gets it.
that's pretty good. Oh wow!
Oh.
Just stops the hands right in time to bait the wheel kick. That was
It's like
that was
safe
excellent.
hands. That's a bit of tech I haven't seen before.
Yeah, that was good.
Final round. Fight.
Dashing Hellfire to start the round. Just do it. Ooh, nice cross-up. Pretty good damage. Oh, here we go. Here's a blender. Oh, same side.
Little throw punish, which Zazie has a super weak throw for... I mean, it's deserved, but still.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how most characters have, like... They all do the same amount of damage with their throws, except for Zazie, who does way less, and in the end, it doesn't really matter that much because he's still really good. Oh, doesn't get the kill. Ray can still bring this back. Oh, there's the hands. He's gonna need, like, at least one knockdown and a wheel kick.
Dang, if he had
hands,
done the throw,
hands
like, he was totally looking for the whiff tackle and the throw. That's a classic. If he had done it there, that could have been it. That's the thing.
Really
like, I only spoiled myself on the set count, but when you see the game like that, it's just too close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not watch these either. I wanted to enjoy them fresh. Ray already one hit away from Dizzy.
Yeah,
that's
like
that's a punish.
It's a serious balancing factor when it comes to Ray. I think, like, for whatever reason, Zazie and Lee have, like, some of the best weak spots in the game.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Here we go. Oh, one more. Oh, good block. Oh, I'm calling it out. Yep. Perfectly timed Hellfire. Wedge on exhibition point.
Take something like that to really check Ray in this situation.
Yep. Oh, instant hands with wheel kick. You feeling it? We're going back to wheel kick mania.
Yeah, and both these characters have, like, such strong options at range that it's, like, very hard to play footsie successfully. But if you ever do, like, Zazie's still got amazing footsies buttons in both his light kick, standing and crouching.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wheel kick beating the Hellfire. Nice.
Yeah, wheel
this
kick
is the
is
cross-up.
Strangely privileged in that regard. Like, it's not just a fast, safe-ish reversal throw. It's like...
Uh-oh. Is that it?
Yeah, oh, not quite. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of options here.
Oh, nice nice fake cross-up. Cross under. Oh, there it is!
Wow, MooMaster's still in this.
And that's another funny thing about this game. A lot of anti-air special moves do not cause hard knockdowns. So if it moves you forward, you can create, like, an ambiguous situation where you either walk under or don't walk under. Make the person landing have to guess. Oh, that's a dizzy. Not gonna kill, but that's a long road ahead, and that's it.
I was gonna say empty jump, but he didn't jump. That was just low.
Walk up low light kick into the hands. Yeah, that's all you need. And Wedge takes it 5-1. Like, that doesn't even feel like a 5-1 because those matches were, like, they were back and forth. They were really close.
I do.
Yeah, for real. That's a.
I was gonna say I do have some quick questions if I could, because I saw a couple of things. Is there a lag on state, like with the rain? I saw when it started raining. Was that?
I don't think there's any stage related lag, but there is lag on, like, when you get hit by a fireball. There's hella lag.
Okay,
sure.
yeah, all right. So that's like Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's no stage problems as far as I know.
Okay, and then the side switch stuff that Moo was doing, like there was a lot of corner shenanigans, kind of like 2-piece strats and CVS2 and that kind of stuff. Is that something that works on both sides, both players?
Okay, so yeah, there's some weird stuff going on in this game with player 1 and player 2 sides. It's a huge thing in this game. Player 1 usually gets access to certain, like, cross-ups that player 2 can't. Like, certain things will like cross up the body and go into the corner. Only player 1 can do that. But what player 2 gets is something that more than makes up for that. Everything player 2 does, the frame data is different. They actually get one more frame of advantage on everything that hits or is blocked. So that, like, changes... That makes, like, a lot of combos easier to do on player 2 side. Also, player 2 knockback on some, like, special moves is, like, a lot lower. So there's a lot of combos that are easier to do on player 2 side, like the Karnov Infinite, the Mizoguchi combos that will probably be seen in the next match. So it gets to the point where, like, most of the cast in this game wants player 2 side, and pretty much everybody asked for a coin flip because you want player 2 side. Like even if it doesn't really like benefit your character as much, you're getting one extra frame of hit stun and block stun, and that
I
can
will say this: I do
make a
want
difference.
to like document all those like different cross-ups because there isn't really like one, Karnov's Revenge Bible that covers all of that. It's mostly like you see it often enough with like Lee, Ray. I believe Karnov has something too that's 1P exclusive, but there are actually a few of them when I was like looking into Mastorious where he can do it on either P1 or P2. So it's kind of weird like that.
Yeah, I'd be curious to get like a document of that. But yeah, I mean, like you said, BBH, it looks like 2P is the way to go. So we'll do some coin flipping tomorrow. You guys will just have to let us know in the bracket. I get it.
Yeah.
One frame, it makes a pretty big difference in the grand scheme of things, but it's still the game, and I'm not going to say like, oh, it makes it a bad game. I know someone made like a balance patch that kind of gave everyone, both 1P and 2P the same characteristics with that one frame thing, but for me, it's it's still not the true experience of the game, and I'm not even a Karnov player, but like I think it's cool that someone did that just for whatever reason, but this is
I
still
mean
gonna
when
be
something's in arcades for like this long, it gets developed, and it's like, well, when you change the game, I think it might like draw new players who are like not happy with some of the low tiers, because the low tiers in this game are pretty bad. I mean, there are a few characters you just straight up want to avoid, but the little ROM hack out there, I think it's called Revolution, Karnov Revenge Revolution, does a bunch of stuff, and like it's pretty cool, but I don't think it's like acts as a replacement for this game at all. I think it's kind of a new legacy situation.
right. All right. Well, I pulled up the second match here. I did have one last question. I forgot to ask about the weak point. Is there like a recovery on that? Is it like after a certain period of time you stop blinking, or it's not just for the round you got to hold that?
There
is one thing.
Yeah,
when you're blinking, it'll stay blinking, right? That's after you take 2 hits and you got 1 left. But if you only take 1 hit, after some time it actually will recover, but the game doesn't like tell you.
Fair enough.
It kind of evaded detection for like years until someone, I don't remember who actually, it might have been Liot, a dude from Russia who like made the training mode for this and dug into it and stuff like that.
Anyway, we're gonna match between 2 titans here. YuriBestGirl, amazing Karnov, and TJ, amazing Mizoguchi. I'm pretty sure they play each other a lot.
What I know is that Yuri and JackyRaider go back and forth a lot. They've been in grand finals in like multiple tournaments back to back. And TJ is like one of the older players. I think he kind of taught Jackie a lot of stuff with his character. So yeah, my thought was like Yuri, like both of these guys know this matchup, but the player matchup might not be as familiar.
I like the stand jab anti-air check. That was good.
Yeah, the buttons in this game are hella good. Pretty much all of them are really nice looking. This game tends to do a thing where like the active hit will be disjointed and then it'll have a big whiff punish box.
So there was the Karnov teleport. It's a little glitch in this game where Karnov can cancel the first frames of his slide into his 100 kick motion, which is charge back, forward, and kick, and that just kind of sends Karnov across the screen. It doesn't really... It's not a game-breaking glitch, but it is a nice little thing for Karnov to be able to escape the corner if he's getting fireball pressured or whatever.
Reminds me of that one Samus trick in Melee where you can slide across
the super wave dash.
Yeah.
And Yuri taking game 1. So Karnov is an interesting character because he has his signature move, Balloon. He has 2 different versions of it, the light and the heavy version, which determines how long he stays in the air. So you can cancel into it, and then you can also do an attack coming out of it. And it is possible to like do jab into balloon over and over in the same jump. So a lot of times Karnov's goal is to get a knockdown and then just throw out a balloon and then try to Make them guess which side you're going to land on, like that.
Actually, I actually forgot something that Zero Aaron pointed out. TJ actually did win the 2023 Karnov bracket. It had been so long, and he doesn't really play as much anymore, not as much time to play, so good catch on that.
Damn.
Karnov is, I guess, the thing we can talk about. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say that Mizoguchi, like, that was a war cry right there when you lose a round. No!
His heart is being ripped out of his chest.
Yeah, this character is crazy, and I mean that's why they put him into KOF like, maximum impact or whatever.
Yeah, Mizoguchi, when you see the tier list, like he's usually like right outside the top tiers, but like he's pretty much up there. Like if you have the execution to be doing all his combos, because if he lands a dizzy, he can often kill a character outright. Especially if you have player 2 side like TJ got in this matchup, because he gets like I said, less knockback after attacks, and it lets him do things where you can do a jump attack into his air hurricane kick, stop it after 3 hits, and then he lands. He can do a heavy kick, and the ground hurricane kick has 5 hits, but you can stop it after the 4th one. Land, and you still have enough advantage to do another combo afterwards. It's harder to do on the player 1 side. Sometimes you can't get all the hits on player 1 side, so this is again a case where when you have player 2 side, it benefits you a lot.
Yeah, the thing is, like, normally, you know, ground Tatsu into like a light button is a 1-frame link. It becomes 2 frames on player 2 side. That's kind of the crux of it. So when you're able to play this character like at a top level, he requires a lot of work, but he can be just as dangerous as like the top 4.
Yep.
And honestly, like, I find people kind of downplay like his neutral tools. His buttons are good. He just doesn't have like a crazy advancing special like some of these guys do.
But he's got that DP. Oh, here we go. Here's the combos. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, he's got 2 versions of his DP. The light one recovers really fast, but doesn't go forward that far, and so you can just kind of like throw it out just to like check stuff and see what they're gonna do. The heavy one goes a lot farther and will hit multiple times. Obviously, better for combos or to land a dizzy. The light one only hits once like that, but it's great for like just putting the pressure on, like putting the pressure on right now, getting Karnov in the corner. Oh, gets the fire.
Wow, good anti-air.
Yeah, checking the balloon with crushing heavy punch. Just getting those chips with the hurricane kick. Oh. Kept the heavy ball. Yeah. Oh, the walk-up throw. I like it. Oh, there it is. Still trying to... Yeah, because that's the whole thing. Karnov can mix up whether he's doing the light or heavy balloon, and you have to kind of guess like how long he's going to be in the air, because while he's in the balloon state, he's invincible, although he can be air thrown, but Mizoguchi does not have an air throw. Oh, instant dizzy!
Yeah, this could be it if he nails these.
It could be! Oh, drops it! But that's still a lot of damage. And of course, another thing in this game... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Karnov doesn't have a proper reversal in this game. Like, Balloon's invincible, but doesn't have a reversal attack, so if you drop a combo against him, you're pretty safe.
Yeah. I say another thing in this game, when your weak point gets knocked off, obviously you can't get dizzied again, but any attacks that hit the area that had the weak point do 50% extra damage. And that's why dizzy combos hurt so much, especially in the case of Mizoguchi. If the hurricane kick if those kicks are hitting the weak point, that's 50% extra damage on every hit.
Ooh. Yeah, Yuri's going for another like player 1 only thing. He'll just knock you down, try and time like 100 kicks, and it can actually go through you and hit occasionally. It's pretty hard to time. Oh, that wasn't... If he had done like a chain heavy punch there, that would have killed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did you give him a chance to win?
Oh, doesn't go for a DP. Oh my god. That's so many chances to keep going. I can close it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the player 1, like, cross-ups are mostly in the corner. Like, Mizoguchi can kind of cross you up anywhere if he does Tatsu right.
Round 1, fight!
So yeah, it's like all like the good characters, even the mid tiers, are really interesting and cool to watch. I think in practice, this game has like maybe 7 to 8 characters that are really good to watch out for.
Yeah, depending on the matchup, some of the mid-tier characters can actually pull off some wins. Oh, there it is again. The is it gonna finish this? Yep. No getting out of that one. It's just Mizoguchi's heavy DP. It hits 3 times, and most of those hits are gonna hit Karnov's necklace to land the dizzy. So sometimes all it takes is one opening. Whoa!
Oh,
I didn't know what side that was on.
Throw's a pretty good option for diffusing some of these mix-ups. They're, you know, instant just like SF2.
Yep, one button, instant throws.
They have pretty long range too, and I think like in this game they're all the same range. There's no like throw range advantages in this.
Yeah, I think so.
At least, you know, outside of command
Ah,
grabs.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Yuri's execution on like these mix-ups are on point. And he's always varying things just enough to really keep you guessing. He doesn't just do like basic balloon left right.
Yep, excellent mix-ups. There it is, the light DP check. Oh, wisps the fireball. Was hoping to catch like the very end of it just to keep them in block stun. And yeah, you see both players doing a lot of jab whiffs because their jabs are very fast in this game and have very little recovery, and they're often very good for just checking somebody that's just throwing out special moves. Oh, that's a punish.
Yeah, it shows up a lot more in this game because like there are like multiple characters that have specials that are basically like boxer rush.
Well, I dropped in the chat. I thought it was a good pun. I said, "Yo, balloon," because you can kind of turn it into like a wall dive a little bit.
More or less.
Yeah. And like it really depends on what you like about, you know, SF2 characters. I think Karnov is so unique because he's got everything. He's got a good fireball. Oh, that's gonna destroy him right here.
Another move we're seeing for the first time. Mizoguchi has a 4-button version of his Tiger Bazooka, which takes like a couple seconds to charge up, but then when it comes out, it'll do like 30% damage, and he recovers pretty fast and can just go for a combo afterwards. Typically, you're only going to see it when if Mizoguchi gets a stun in the corner like this.
Oh, here it is. It's just been coming up for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, alright, goes straight into DP Ender.
Yeah, because it's not something you're ever going to use in neutral or anything like that because it takes so long to charge up. But
it doesn't even have like priority over other fireballs either.
Yeah.
It was just kind of, you know, it was a different time. I mean, that's the same problem like Krauser has in Fatal Fury Special. He has Kaiser Wave, but you can nullify it with a normal fireball.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Oh, does not quite get the combo off that. I will say in this game, it's a bit more generous to get a combo off jump in compared to any SF2. That's kind of the thing. Like this game, it's really simple, like conceptually, but some of the characters at a high level have some tough stuff.
Yeah, there is a little bit of execution. Yeah.
Round 2, fight!
Right. I like using the heavy DP there, yeah, because if he delays, like does a late balloon, then you're at least out of the situation. Oh, here it is again.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh, he got it.
Wow.
That was the whole thing.
Holy sh!
There we go.
I feel like he could have just finished it with the last hit of the hurricane kick there, but had to go for the other land for crouching light, standing light DP. Just a style.
Yeah, and that's like aiming for the weak spot too. Like the standing light kick, it's a decent button, but you mostly don't want to throw it out neutral. It's for combos.
Oh, that was the reversal balloon, because Karnov was still facing to the right, even though Mizoguchi was on the left. Yeah, you can do balloon on wake up as a reversal on frame 1.
Yeah, he technically has it as a ground special. It'll like set him to a fixed height off the ground, which is not the lowest, so sometimes the like frame advantage on it isn't good.
And And so yeah, it's not going to hit immediately, but it is useful for just like evading chip damage if it's going to kill you or whatever. Or if they're just not expecting Wake Up Balloon.
So yeah, I guess when you get down to it, Karnov is kind of like Dictator, but he does at least technically have a reversal option.
Yeah.
Oh, the trade. Trading
Wasn't
with
ready
Balloon
to
is not a bad
charge
option.
Oh, drops it.
Oh,
Gets the throw punish. What's the mix-up? I think Yuri was going for a tick throw there.
yeah, Mizo definitely high tier. I think the problem is like when characters like Zazie exist, it's hard to say there's like too many like top tier characters.
Mizoguchi wins. Round 2.
But yeah, this has been a crazy set. I think like Yuri was kind of ahead at the start, but TJ has really pulled it out.
Sometimes all it takes is one stun.
Alright, good blocks.
Just putting the pressure on.
Sometimes if you like block DP, I think it'll be like -1 on the second hit, and then you'll just wait for the next one because you know it's coming.
Yep. Mizoguchi players always want to throw out another DP.
TJ in the chat saying, I can't believe I was able to block a lot of those balloons. That's, yeah. Yuri tends to have this effect where it's like, damn, I can't believe he's like finding these cross-ups a lot of the time. Ooh!
Yeah, trying to link after the... It is possible, like Karnov's 100 kick move, it's supposed to hit 3 times from point blank range, high, mid, low. But if you space it out like just right, Karnov will only hit with the middle one, and it won't knock down because the third kick is what knocks down. That's what leads to the Karnov infinite, but it's not as easy to do on the player 1 side.
Ooh, brutal cross up there. Alright, yeah.
Putting the pressure on. I'll space it out just enough, no punish. Oh, the slide anti-air, I like it.
Hokuto saying he used to play Karnov, JackyRaider. Those are all pretty good characters, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the balloon chains.
There it is. Yeah, 3 balloons in the air.
Backing off because he
like
probably felt that TJ was going to try and DP. Yeah, like this balloon move is kind of the precursor to like all sorts of games that had like aerial movement, like the X-Men games or like, you know, stuff like that.
Time's running out.
Yeah, it'll be hard
can
to
just
open
lame it out.
Oh, with the teleport too. That's funny. Yeah, nothing doing.
I like it. Just teleport out of there.
Karnov wins.
Alright,
Yeah,
so they're 3 to 4.
Sometimes you gotta play the clock. You don't have to go in all the time.
Mizoguchi. Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, so you know, if people are enjoying this so far, definitely sign up for the bracket tomorrow. It's going to be at the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Oh, here
There's
it is.
the big fireball. That's death.
Perfect. I feel like he's been getting a bunch of perfects in this set because it's just like you have to stun them once and that's it.
That's what happens when Mizoguchi gets 1 stun sometimes.
2. Fight.
Alright, TJ on a match point. Oh, going for the empty jump low. TJ not falling for it.
Yeah. Yeah, these sets have just been getting better and better.
Empty jump low feels like a... It's a tough thing to do with Karnov because you have to do crouching light kick, which doesn't chain like his crouching light punch jab. So you have to like link the jab after the crouching light kick. It's a little tricky.
Yeah, that's true.
But obviously Yuri's got the timing.
I think Karnov's like it's like a 2-frame link or a 3-frame link. It's a little difficult though.
Yeah. Uh-oh, there's the stun. Is this gonna kill?
Should kill, yeah.
Oh, it didn't kill, but...
Okay, yep.
Almost got out. Almost got out.
knew.
But Mizoguchi, crouching heavy punch,
Mizoguchi.
reaching for the sky. TJ takes it 5-3.
Man, that score adds up like so slow on this. We got to talk to Shine about getting that.
Yeah, it doesn't acknowledge it until like after it after the win quote, and then it goes back to the character select, and then it acknowledges the number.
Yeah, I don't understand what's up with that. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, thank you very much, to TJ and Yuri for playing in this. I know a lot of stuff
Great
like we've
set.
hosted in the past, in the past year or so haven't, worked out with TJ's schedule, so we're really glad to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good stuff. That was exciting. It makes me feel like, oh shoot, I might need to be a Mizoguchi main. There's a little bit of bias because of those cool combos, but I think
Character's hype.
yeah, well, the character's hype, but also like I don't know, losing is just it makes me want to pop off. Like even if I lose with the character, that oh man,
Yeah, that's crazy. He must have gotten paid like extra for that one.
yeah, gotta pay the rent. All right, up next we're gonna have rogueyoshi Jackie.
Yeah, rogueyoshi I know is kind of new to this game, but he's played a bunch of fighting games. He's been a long time competitor, and he's playing Yungmie, which is a character that like I think definitely gets rated higher in Japan because like she requires some pretty consistent execution. She has to do TK fireballs all the time in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for some reason it just didn't get pulled up. Give me 1 sec. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Wonder if there's a way to pause the replays. I think you can fast forward them, but I don't know about pause.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's not even getting pulled up now.
Oh, okay.
Which is a problem.
I got you, rogueyoshi. I didn't realize you'd been playing the game for a while. I guess that's the thing. I only came to the scene in like 2019, and I think people like this is a game people kind of come back to every once in a while.
Let me see something. No, none of them are loading up. All right, let me try this in a different. Because like how you got to input the replay in a browser. Let me try it in a different browser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not having everybody play live because not everyone can be available 2 nights in a row at a fixed time. So, we tend to do replays. But I don't know. I think it's
God, the replays being down would be fucked up. I guess now we know that can happen.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if Fightcade is running anything in the back where I could no, it's not. Oh, here we go. It just came up super late. I think it's about a
Yeah, I tried to open Fightcade and I got greeted by like a black window, so maybe there's something funky going on there, but if we can make it work.
yeah. Nah, it'd be a bummer if we couldn't get more exhibitions because those were tight and we have more characters that we're gonna see, right? It's trying to load. That's a good sign, but I'm just getting black screen. Are you getting anything? Or
I'll try and open up the replay directly, but
yeah, I might actually do that. Let me try that. I don't know what page it's gonna be on, but let's try that. Oh, 5K down right now? Is that what's going on? Ugh. Yeah.
Yes. Shit.
Of course. Well, I mean, better now than tomorrow, I guess, with the
True.
tournament happening. I'm about to hit up Shine. Yo, Shine, what's going on? Let me hit him up for real. Hold on.
The heck.
yeah, I mean this is the first time this has happened for us, right?
And I didn't
I
didn't realize that like replays could also not work because I thought it's just like hosted somewhere else. But that makes sense if like that's the reason why it's not working.
The hell just happened to the server?
Yeah.
I mean maybe it'll clear up in 5 minutes. You never know. But if we need to put something on, I guess we could put on like maybe like a live tournament or one of the past tournaments from like Frosty or something like that.
Well, I guess to have your tier list pulled up, if you wanted to talk about that, I'm gonna just make it bigger.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's make it bigger. I don't know if you want to just go.
Yeah, because we've done something kind of similar to this. Me and BBH did we called it Making a Case for Karnov's Revenge.
I saw that.
And that was, that was way back. And we were inspired to do that by Street Fighter the movie, because the Fraud Crew did something like that for Street Fighter the movie. and I thought the format as like kind of a I guess like a talk show or whatever that goes into like the gameplay and then each of the individual characters was kind of neat. But yeah, I forget who. Let me just double check whose tier list this was, because I don't think I'd put Matlock all the way at the bottom. But
Oh, I thought this
I think
was
we can
your. I thought this was your tier list. This was
Yeah, I would
should-
put Matlock
I
above
should've-
Phelan for sure.
I shared a couple of them. Let me just open the Karnov's Revenge channel and double check where those are from.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I did give context. So the one with Matlock at the bottom was from Lord Genzo in 2024, which is, very strong player from Mexico. I think he means Ray, if that colors it at all. But I guess that kind of does factor into it. Like both of the bottom two characters in his list are very reliant on their sonic booms, and Ray kind of invalidates that with Wheel Kick. But we can start from the top with Zazie, right? I guess BBH, you can say what you think about Zazie because you've had a lot more time with this game.
Yeah, I think Zazie's unquestionably number one. He doesn't really seem to have like any matchup where it feels like he loses, because like I said in the first exhibition, like his weak points in a place where a lot of characters combos, especially in the top four, do not cause instant stuns. And having hands when you hit all four buttons, it does the instant version of the hands. Like that's such a powerful poke that he can just like throw it out, walk forward, do another attack, or do another hands, and it tends to open up people's weak points. And there's a weird glitch with it where one specific frame of the hands will do like 35-40% damage. So. And of course he's got a great reversal in Hellfire, and then he's got the dashing Hellfire trick, so he can put on the pressure with that. And some characters it's just hard to deal with Zazie pressure.
Yeah, it's like you kind of want to try and play it like I don't want to say mid screen, like slightly closer, so you can potentially whiff punish like standing light kick and hands, but that's a lot easier said than done. And it's like, well, then he has a threat of dashing Hellfire that range. It's very hard to get him to sit down and play footsies with you, and he's still good at that.
Yeah, and so like against characters like Karnov and Ray, like the hands will usually do multiple hits against their chest, which can lead to a dizzy, and then he gets a lot of damage after that. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Lee is a character who's really interesting against him. These are both like characters who don't have a fireball or anything. So it's like Lee has a really good effective range too. I guess we can. Anything else you want to say about Zazie before we talk about Lee?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah. So that's kind of what it is with Zazie. Like, top pokes, ridiculous damage, good kind of neutral cheating tool in dashing Hellfire. He can cancel his forward dash move, which is like forward kick into Hellfire, which is back to down punch. If he does that, he'll move forward, he'll be invincible during the uppercut still. But that's
very hard for a lot of characters to punish.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like -4 on the second hit. So if you can get him to whiff the second hit, then it's not bad. You can probably sweep it, but the risk reward's just in his favor there. Lee, on the other hand, Lee's like a character who kind of is a lot more straightforward than Zazie. The main thing that like sets him apart, I mean, he still has high damage, but he's got a couple like secret tricks, kind of like the move. There are some hidden moves in this game. Zazie does not. I mean, Zazie does have one, but it's not an amazing move. Lee's hidden move, though, the motion is back, forward, down, forward, and both punches, and that'll do this like his little like palm, Kamehameha blast. That I like. One of the hits counts as a projectile, but the main highlight is it's like very plus on hit and block, and you can follow up off it, and it like does a ton of damage on its own. So having like that kind of learning to do that will make his punishes so much more dangerous.
Yeah, his Lee's game plan is he's just trying to rush you down, just putting the pressure on, and yeah, he's got a follow up to his little rush punch, which again will usually hit the chest. So any character that has a weak point there is going to get hit by it twice. So he can dizzy characters pretty easily. And then if he gets the stun, yeah, he gets like big damage off the hidden move that he can also link off of. And he also has an infinite, which is he can pretty much only do on the player one side. The crouching light kick into the fast version of the rush punch, and just kind of link it over and over and over. You don't really see it as much because usually a dizzy he can win the round instantly off that dizzy anyway. But it is something he has though, and he has an invincible reversal.
He can do normal stuff and just kind of kill you for it. It's like the one thing in a lot of matchups that defines him is like at round start range, he can do quick rush punch, which is quarter circle forward back heavy punch. That thing moves almost full screen, and it's like 10 frames. So he does that, and most characters fireballs are slower than that. He does that, he hits them trying to throw a fireball, and he the knockdown from that follow up gives him a potential cross up that can win him the game right there. So against characters besides like I think Ray, Jean, Karnov, and maybe Yungmie. I'm not sure if I guess she'd get air hit, so she wouldn't get knocked down. But you know, against most characters, he can throw that out round start and potentially steal the game from you.
Yeah, he doesn't have a move that will go through fireballs, but yeah, if it is fast enough that it can stuff the startup if he guesses right. But if he's stuck at full screen, then like sometimes he's gotta just work his way in because he doesn't have a move that goes over or under fireballs. You just gotta try to jump over, just try to get distance when you can. So he can be kept out.
In that situation, it actually comes into play his weak spot, because his weak spot is located not right at his feet, it's on his like shins or knees, and that like because he's so short, it's actually really hard for characters to hit him there when he's not jumping. But when he's jumping, if you anti-air him, you will get a hit towards stun. So in those matchups, you can kind of play the war of attrition, like Ray, Jean, Yungmie can all kind of play against him like that.
Yeah.
All right. We got Karnov next, which usually you have Karnov after Ray, but I guess you can kind of go either way, right? And Karnov is so threatening, as we've seen, because his mix-up game is crazy. He's kind of got all the tools except for like a DP, pretty much. He's got a really good fireball. He's got 100 kicks, which is kind of a boxer rush type special. It's like the best of both worlds, right? Because it's like it's off the ground, so it'll beat like low kicks too.
Yeah. His fireball's unique because it bounces on the ground, so some characters like Jean can't slide under it. Like they have to go over it. And the fireball's pretty slow, like it doesn't you can't really combo into it, but it is an effective tool just for, keeping them on the ground or whatever. And if they do jump, he's got pretty good normals. Like he doesn't have a DP, but his crouching heavy punch, it's like this weird headbutt thing. It's a really good anti-air, and it's bufferable, so he can anti-air with his crouching heavy punch and go directly into balloon off the ground, and then you get the other player gets bounced off, and then they got to hold a balloon mix-up, and balloon mix-ups are kind of the key to playing Karnov, because like I said, you can mix up whether it's light or heavy, you can go forward or back, and if you go forward, they have to block the other way because now it's a cross-up, and then he gets to do an attack after that, and can potentially do a combo into 100 kicks and maybe get a stun. He's a very tricky character.
Yeah, this character is nuts. He has a lot of freedom in this game that like no one else has, and nothing about him is really bad, except like I guess you can kind of force him to hold pressure that other characters don't, right? Because he doesn't have a DP, but that's like the one thing kind of keeping him in check. And the nice thing about Fireball is that it knocks down, right? The way they handled it is specials will not knock down on air hit like in SF2, but any fire effect move, which is like the Fireball or Zazie's Hellfire, will always knock down. So if if you like jump into the Fireball by mistake, he gets to like, throw another Fireball, do the teleport cross up, and kind of make you guess.
Yep. And
his weak spot.
What TJ's saying, his weak spot. Yeah, we kind of saw that in the Yuri TJ matchup. He can get stunned very easily off that, but Ray has the same problem.
Yeah, when you come down to Ray, it's like this character is definitely the best like Shoto in any game. I think like his fireball game is good. He's got like everything you'd want in a Shoto pretty much. I guess the one thing he's missing is like Ryu's, swing punch overhead, but he really doesn't need it because wheel kick is just such a good reaction thing to pretty much anything they'll do to get around your fireball.
It's a basically a DP that's done by quarter circle back plus kick. Super simple motion, because if you end it in back, and if you're still stuck in block stun or whatever, and you're just mashing quarter circle back plus kick, you'll still be holding back. So it is something you can just kind of throw out during like a Karnov block string or whatever. If he's pressuring with 100 kicks, you can just throw out a wheel kick, and if there's a gap, wheel kick comes out, and you get the knockdown.
Yeah, and Ray also has an air throw. I mean, he doesn't have too much of a use for it, but if he does ever get it, it does like above average damage, and should, I think, grant him a mix-up too, because like the knockdown. It
is good against Karnov because air throws beat Balloon.
Yep.
Real quick,
right.
I'm seeing I'm trying to open Fightgate. I'm seeing it's error code 522 where like there's a host error or something. I don't know what the heck this is. I never seen anything like it. It says Cloudflare's network and the origin web server timed out, so can't be displayed. I don't know. I'm gonna try the replay again. I don't know, maybe that came back. But
yeah, that's tough.
But yeah,
I guess we can keep going though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
We got Mizoguchi next, which is also a little controversial. I think usually he plays Undergene, but I think we've seen this evolution over the last I guess 5 years at this point, right? Because like we've had newer players like Jackie come into the scene, which I mean we didn't get to see Jackie play yet, but he's played in a bunch of tournaments since like 2022, I think. Mm-hmm. And once you optimize this character's combos, the comeback factor is so potent that it's like you can't really deny him, right?
Yeah, I guess the thing with Mizoguchi is that like the potential was always there. It's just we didn't really know like the optimal way to do the best combos or whatever, and then everybody started breaking it down and figured out, okay, yeah, you do like jump jab into 3 hits, and also finding out about the player 2 differences, making Mizoguchi better was also kind of huge. Like it's almost to the point where you have to make a tier list for like player 1 and player 2 versions of characters sometimes. I mean, Mizoguchi's still really good on player 1 side, but you saw in the Yuri versus TJ matchup that like the less knockback he gets on hits with Mizoguchi, it leads to really big combos. Yeah,
I think you can say like his matchup against characters like Ray isn't great because he doesn't have any specific anti-fireball tools. He has like light kick Tatsu can go over fireballs, but doesn't gain him any ground.
The Mizoguchi versus Ray matchup is kind of funny because when Mizoguchi throws his Tiger Bazooka, like he's really low to the ground. Wheel kick will not hit Mizoguchi when he throws the fireball. Ray will just go over it, so it's not like most projectiles.
Yeah, I guess it's like it leaves him neutral, but it's like neutral.
Yeah.
Mizoguchi's neutral isn't bad. It's just not as good as Ray's.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like when you look at like his footsie's tools, like his standing and crouching jab and his crouching light kick are really good buttons. The other thing is like some characters will get combos off like far standing heavy punch, like Ray, Karnov, Lee can all do that. Mizoguchi can't really. He'll be a little too far for Tatsu to connect, and that's the other thing that kind of holds him back in neutral. He'll do like crouching light kick sweep, and sometimes it might not be close enough for the mix-up.
Yeah, he doesn't get as much off those interactions, but it's just a matter of time until he gets in.
Yeah, his weak spot's like better than some of the other characters, like Karnov, Ray. Maybe not as good as Zazie's, obviously, but one of the better ones in the cast.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing about this game that you have to be aware of. When you're like in the middle of getting hit by a combo, you can actually change whether you're standing or crouching on every hit. And if you crouch at the wrong time, like during a combo, it's actually changing where your weak point is. So some things that would, like in the case of Mizoguchi, is his headband. If you start crouching when you're getting hit by a combo, now the headband is lower where like the chest would be, and so it's easier to get dizzied if you actually hold down. It's something like you have to like kind of be aware of depending on the character you play. It's a weird system.
Yeah, and it's like it's not just a generic high, middle, low. It's like every weak spot is, they've got like specific hitboxes for all of them. So it's really like what'll work in one matchup may or may not work in the other matchup.
Right.
And that's why like Zazie's is so good because he's the tallest character who's got it on his head. There's another character further down, Matlock, and I guess Clown too have it on their heads, and that's not that good.
But they're just not as tall as Zazie, so...
Guess we can talk about Jean now, and they do insist the game does call him Jean, even though it's obviously Jean, but...
They called him Jean in the first game.
Yeah. As it goes, this character, he also has the same aspect of hands as Zazie, where it's, you press all 4 buttons, you get instant hands, it does, huge damage, because there's a glitch where I believe the 3rd hit will do, like, super increased damage. And you want to be careful against him, because the way the hitboxes are laid out, the first 2 hits will whiff if you're crouching. So if you're crouching and he hits you with, like, jab into hands, it'll do, like, a ton of extra damage. Because there's actually a bit of scaling in this game, but the way it works is that, multiple hits will cause scaling. So it's like, I think, 100%, and then 75, then 50 for the rest of the hits. So if he hits you with hands, you'll take, like, the first 2 hits, you'll be down to, like, 50% damage from the 3rd hit. It really matters whether you're crouching or not against him. And that can make defense a little bit harder, especially because he does have a cross-up. He's got a kind of a floaty jump for setting it up, but his jumping leg kick does cross up.
I was able to get through to Fightcade. It actually looked like the website loaded.
Oh, okay. There might be hope. I'll keep talking about Jean until like we can confirm something here, but Jean is a character who like he's a charge character. He's got a boom, he's got a flash kick. Boom isn't quite like Guile's, where it's like super low recovery that he can follow up on it. That's Matlock's thing, but it's still one of the better fireballs in the game, and he can kind of lock down the space. And because his punishes are so threatening, because hands is a good neutral tool. He's got a normal sweep. He doesn't have like the weird 2-hit sweep Guile has. He has like a normal special countable sweep. He has a slide. So he can still find a lot of openings in neutral to get in, and if he wants to do damage, or he can kind of hang back.
And his flash kick is unique because it pushes him back after he does it, so it makes it harder to punish based on the character.
Yeah, it's like minus 30 or something on paper, but there are characters who have to corner him to punish it, especially Mastorious. But as far as like Jean goes, I think his matchups are mostly good across the board. I guess like Zazie will definitely give him trouble. I think playing the matchup as Lee, like Lee to Jean, is honestly kind of even. I think the one thing he has in that matchup is like Jean crouching jab will hit Lee's weak spot if he does the rush punch. So he can score dizzy and like kind of win the war of attrition that way.
I think I feel like Karnov versus Jean though is like way in Karnov's favor, because Karnov has like a very funny corner trap he can do against Jean, where you just do slide into fireball over and over. Because the thing is, Jean has 2 slide kicks done by down forward plus light kick or heavy kick, and so he can actually slide under fireballs, but not Karnov's, because Karnov's is on the ground. So it's just I've always done this weird corner trap to Jean players, where you just do slide into fireball over and over, and like eventually he's got to jump, and crouching heavy punch from Karnov beats all of Jean's jumping normals, so it's very hard for Jean to get out of the corner when that happens.
Okay, well, some people can load the replay, so I'm going to see if I can get it. If I can get it, then...
I'm trying it, and it's not working, but I'm going to try again. I got connected on Fightcade, so that's a good sign, but yeah, I haven't been able to get the replay working yet.
Yeah, the next character on this list is one we're looking forward to seeing in this match. Okay, loaded for me, so if you can't get it to load, I will open it, and we can do it that way.
Oh! My bad. I got super excited. It's working though. I'll share it right now.
Okay. Yeah, so what Yungmie does is like she throws TK fireballs, and her fireball works as a boom. It'll travel straight in the air, and that if she throws it low enough, you can't even crouch it. Although, again, getting it like the frame or two when you leave the ground is very hard, especially because you can't like negative edge it or anything. Because if you press a button while you're in pre-jump, you will get a button on the ground. So her execution, even though it looks like she's just kind of spamming fireballs, is a lot harder than it looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you basically have to do the Tiger Knee motion down to up forward and then hit punch to throw the fireball.
Yeah, and the other thing she's got, I mean, she's got a DP that kind of works oddly where it hits on the way up and down. Can be tricky to punish, but the secret is that the light kick DP does not hit crouchers, and the heavy kick version has such a big gap that you can kind of react to it and mash out your own DP.
The thing is, on the ground, the light kick, the light kick will just knock down on one hit, but the heavy one, it's supposed to hit twice, but it has that gap between the two hits, and if you get hit by the first one, if you have an invincible move, then you can just DP her through the second hit.
Ooh, this is dead.
Oh, damn.
Why did they do so much damage?
In that case,
her weak spot.
Her weak spot is low on the body, so the super fireball is already doing like 30%. It's now doing like 50%.
There is something weird about.
Whoa!
Well, that's also something weird. But what I was gonna say was, there's something weird about how the fireball like hits people. Where even if you're right on top of them and you should be hitting their weak spot, sometimes it won't count the weak spot damage. I think Liat also broke down how that works. It might be either Liat or Golden Shades who checked it out. I definitely think this game could like use a little better documentation, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the most part, it's going to be up to like Jag to navigate these fireballs, and that's what I'm interested about. Like, I've never seen this matchup played like at a high level, and both of these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not one you see very often because Yungmie doesn't really get played that much. She's her primary game is to zone.
Yeah,
to run away and throw fireballs. She doesn't have the same explosive like dizzy combo damage that a lot of the characters have.
Yeah, if you like, if you like nerfed or removed the fireball, she'd have some very average tools across the board. She's got some decent like ground buttons. She has a neat gimmick of like kind of the reverse boxer. She's got only kicks because she's practices taekwondo, right? So
that's hilarious.
That's kind of unique. I mean, they were doing stuff with these characters, right? Like Yungmie does not map easily onto any other character the way someone like Ray or Lee does. Nice reversal there.
I guess that's one interesting thing about the matchup, because Mizoguchi, he crouches when he throws his fireball, so sometimes he will get under Yungmie's fireball. In any other matchup where somebody has a projectile, like they're either going to trade or they're going to get hit trying to beat Yungmie's fireball.
If I run into like a Yungmie occasionally, I'll like go Mizoguchi because I don't really like this matchup as Lee, and it's definitely terrible for Mastorious.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this has been really interesting so far. It's like they're both kind of have to play around this fireball barrage.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get over with the light hurricane kicks, but rogueyoshi always has the right button to anti-air with. She's got a lot of buttons that can be anti-air. That one crouching kick, that's actually crouching heavy punch that you see most of the time used for anti-air. Oh, nice cross up. There's the dizzy. Oh, way too high on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gets the win anyway.
Oh, go straight into DP. I actually don't know who would have won in there if rogueyoshi got his out. I feel like it probably would have been Yungmie over Mizoguchi, just because like Mizo DP is not very invincible.
Yeah. Usually comes down to who does it second.
Yeah. That's the thing that makes Ray's wheel kick so good. It's like 12 frames of invincibility. Most of these are like 8 or 9. Something like that.
It is pretty active.
Yeah. And yeah, because Yungmie's DP is kind of flaky. It can be, you know, pretty easy to lock her down in the corner like this.
Also, yeah, she does have a wall jump that no other character has. It actually propels her forward and gives her a lot of momentum. She actually has a unique jump kick she can do off that, but it's not that useful.
Yeah, it's like a cross-up, but she already has jump light kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping the pressure
Mizoguchi using
on.
Fireball here does seem like kind of a win condition, but there's too much of a life gap here. Not enough time.
Don't count Mizoguchi out. He just needs one combo, but no, not this time.
Yungmie wins.
Yeah, Yungmie is kind of Sagat. Yeah, it's just like her like, because Sagat like Tiger Uppercut in most versions is pretty devastating, like especially hyper fighting. But in here her anti-airs aren't like super rewarding. They're good though.
She's old Sagat with like a third of the damage.
Yeah. Only like, it's rare for a character to be like such a hardline zoner in any old game like this.
And sometimes in these old games, like you don't have as many options in the engine to really do stuff about getting zoned out by fireballs. So
Yeah. And yeah, she has to Tiger Knee all of these. She does not have a grounded fireball period.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, trying to wall jump.
Oh, there
What
it
a
is.
mix-up.
Oh, too far.
That was so hard to watch, but you know,
If that was
rogueyoshi
player
keeping
two
in it.
side, if that was player two side, I think that would have comboed.
It could have, yeah.
Yeah. That is the importance of player one, player two side in this game.
One, fight.
All right, game 4. It's a cross up.
I believe
But
in
yeah,
the,
that's. Go ahead.
in the Super Nintendo game that they made as like sort of a follow-up to this, although it's missing some of the characters. Yungmie was in that, and she got a couple new tools. She got a grounded fireball and a dive kick. And I mean, it's a SNES fighting game. It's not very balanced, but maybe someday when like we have a good netplay client for it, because I'll be
also
honest,
got
the
the-
SNES 9X is not good.
Yeah. She also got this this double kick that she can actually buffer into on the ground in that version. There's actually like the graphics for that move were actually like in the data for this game. They just never implemented it.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice
people-
if she had it, because it would have given her an option to like just have something to buffer into when she's doing stuff on the ground. Because otherwise, the only things she can buffer into are her DP, which she's usually pushed back out from and can't do. Or she has a mash move, which is done by mashing both strengths of punch plus kick. But it takes so many inputs that you can't really do it quickly. Like they made it take way too many inputs for a mash input. Like you might see it if she gets a stun and you just go in and do her standing heavy punch, which hits twice, and then you start mashing heavy punch plus heavy kick, and you can get it off that. But again, it's like not really that much damage.
Yeah, it's just not practical to like combo into from pokes.
Wins. Final round.
So I do wish she just had more stuff she could do on the ground.
As it stands though, like a character who's focused on like air game like this is totally unique, right? Like the only character
Yeah.
I can think of that would come like before like outside of anime games is like Suija in Samurai Showdown, and like that was still a lot later than this.
Yeah.
Rogueyoshi
that-
has been able to come ahead
nice.
in these nice cross up, yeah. Oh, the stun
Stun.
too.
Oh, going for the infinite.
No way. He does have those.
Got
though.
3
He's
reps of
been
it, yeah.
practicing.
Yungmie wins.
Yeah, that
Yeah, Yungmie.
Tiger Knee Fireball in the corner. It is an infinite, but the problem is every time you land one of those fireballs, the game slows down and starts to like eat your inputs a little bit. So it's a lot harder to do that than it looks. But getting 3 reps of that just to do a little styling. Ooh, nice DP to catch the off the wall kick.
I like the Tatsu to chase down, but it's... Oh, okay, that worked.
Nice.
Wow, what a
Linking
combo.
off the fireball. I
That
like
was
that.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meaty Fireball's a neat bit of tech. I've seen it like once or twice before. I don't know. I guess it's like
Yeah.
people tend to block against this character anyway, but that was sick.
Yep. Nice
I
fake
thought
cross up.
Yeah, that got me for sure.
Yeah, I would have blocked the other way.
Yeah, someone was saying these stages are all crazy. I like this one a lot. I like the theme's kind of chill. There's so much going on in the background.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems with this game, unfortunately, is like there's two stages you never see in versus mode because they're the boss stages for Clown and Karnov. Even though they're playable in this game, they just made them boss stages. And the game always goes in order through the same 11 stages, but it always starts with Ray. And so like
they traded there.
If you see tournaments of this game, they're always on like the same 3 stages because it always just cycles through in order, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you play like a longer set like these, then you get to see more of the stages, which is nice.
Yep. I'm just gonna time it out.
Yeah. Oh. That's such a good feeling when like the time's just running out and you hit someone with a DP just as they're trying to get in. That's so satisfying.
Didn't have to do that, but it worked. Overhead smash. Yeah, Mizoguchi just kind of has to hope the fireballs go high enough that he'll just be under them when he throws his Tiger Bazooka.
Okay. That's a bit of tech there, the quick wall jump. The wall jump usually doesn't move that far, but if you hit a button just after you leave, you'll kind of rocket off it like that.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't get the punish on the second hit.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is like no one is playing this character in NA except for rogueyoshi right now, so that's why she's usually a bit underrated.
Yeah.
I think unlike, you know, Samchai or
Tell Jackie's
Mastorious,
getting a little desperate here.
yeah.
Nice stick throw. There's a cross up. Oh, too far though. Player one side. Oh, but gets it anyway.
Yeah. I wonder if that goes over Yungmie's crouching light punch, because that move's also a kick. It's not quite as low as light kick, but it might just work.
Have to check the hitboxes on that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Mizo is incredibly threatening if he's like anywhere close to you like that, because hard to play footsies against that move.
Yep.
Right, knockdown with some mix.
Jumping heavy punch? That crosses up? What?
Dude, the hitboxes in this game are very fun sometimes. There are other characters who can like cross up with a jumping punch, but that's definitely one that's new to me. I mean, that might be like the Yungmie's like a wide crouching or standing character. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
I believe for the most part, it's who you'd expect. It's like Zazie, Mastorious, and I think Karnov. Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, misses the meaty fireball.
Oh, he probably wanted DP there. I can't.
Yeah.
Again.
Unfortunate.
I'm just like, I'm staring at this and I'm popping off like watching this because it's just every game is so close.
Yeah.
I feel like we made a very good choice because it's like, this isn't something you see every day.
Oh, actually goes through the fire. Wow. I mean, one hit away from Dizzy, fighting for her life.
I feel like rogueyoshi has gotten into a very good group here, even though like both these players have such good reach on each other that they're kind of, they're both making headway. It's like, again, it's 2-3 right now.
Yeah.
But he's got a good sense for like when to throw out DP and when to just go to hard zoning like this.
Oh, neutral jump jab.
Yeah, he definitely missed a TK there.
The worst time to miss it.
And And you hear the coin insert, yeah, that's always good. I feel like nowadays people tend to not like spam it because it can be annoying, but that's always a fun touch. You know, you can't do that on modern games.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking.
I respect that so much. I'm putting money in the machine.
That
Oh, there it is. There's the fire kick.
yeah, that the new Sam show allows you to like make noise if you're a spectator in a lobby, which is a really fun feature, I'll admit. All right, here we are, crossed up. Okay, yeah, he's got those on point. I think that takes like 6 inputs, and it has to be like punch and kick at the same time,
Yeah,
so it's very annoying.
It's really hard to do.
Nice.
Very good anti-air. RogueYoshi up 4-2.
Mizoguchi. Round 1.
Is this character? I forget where they sat on the tier list. Are they really low, Yungmie?
Yungmie
a
was
really
like
good
mid, but I
zoner.
think that's the
Okay.
thing, right? Like, it's really hard to say because, yeah, not a lot of rep for this character. TJ's saying
Mizoguchi's-
Yungmie might be better than Jean. I think like the explosive damage on Jean is really important, but like yeah, you see this, it looks so oppressive in this matchup.
It might just be a matchup specific thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other thing is, like, the first couple of sets that we saw, the rounds went by much quicker. And here, RogueYoshi is, it's almost like time over, last decision of the round, you know, for the win, where you got to go in.
Yeah.
It's like, this character can
That
zone
said,
out.
like I can see like yeah, the Yungmie neutral being really impenetrable compared to Jean. Good backdash. A lot of people would be tempted to like throw DP there again, but that could end really badly.
Just blocking the cross-up.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay,
guessed
nice. Good defense coming from RogueYoshi here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yungmie.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Jean's execution is a lot lower. I mean, you still have like hand combos, but as long as you can hit all 4 buttons at the same time, you're good. Yeah, probably better against Lee. I mean, that tracks. Yeah, I hate this matchup as Lee. You can't really like you
Well,
can
no,
walk her
Lee's-
down.
Lee still has the fast Setsu that can
Yeah.
that can tag her doing TK Fireball from full screen.
You can hit her. It's just like the
Yeah.
mix-up situation isn't as crazy. He doesn't get the knockdown, right?
Yeah.
Right, we're backing up in the corner, but you know there's still potential time for him to make this back.
Ooh, tick throw, nice.
Yeah. Tick throws are like a layer in this game. They're like layer 3 or 4 of your mix-up because there's a bit of throw protection in this. I think it's like 6 frames every time.
Mhm.
So you have to rely on them like being respectful enough to not mash out of that. And they got a lot of
Right.
range, so that helps. Goes for the cross-up jump heavy punch again. I can't believe that works. Ooh,
Big blue.
okay.
Nice.
Oh, he got stunned.
I was gonna say nice awareness to be ready to mash out the fire kick, but
Yeah, definitely. Now, the interesting thing is, like, he's up, but the weak spot hits are going to really rack up here.
yeah.
Oh, misses a few of those TKs. Be careful.
Needs one more hit.
Is it going to be a DP or Fireball is the question.
Oh.
Oh. He's in there?
Oh,
Wow.
DP. Light DP takes it.
Yeah, he's always had those at the right moments, and it's very hard as Mizo to, like, pause your pressure, right?
Yeah. RogueYoshi takes it 5-2.
That was fun to watch. Very different pacing from the first.
Extremely
like,
different pace.
Like Ray and Karnov is just super explosive. Just mix ups, right, left. You got a guard. You're gonna get hit by something, and then this was just like pure fireball zoning. What a game!
Yeah, it's like once in a while Mizo would get
Yeah, it's good
turn
to
up
see
the
that
heat.
variety.
All right, our final set is going to be, well, it's going to be me versus Generic Soda, and I'll say Generic Soda, really cool guy, has put on some tournaments before, met him at Frosty, I think 2 years ago, and, you know, he enters Karnov whenever it's around, so, you know, he's been around, and it's very nice to have his support.
Alright, we're in business.
Yeah.
It's working. Just got that shared to
I did
y'all.
see, I did see what you
Mars?
said though about this game needs a team tourney. I think that could be really fun. But yeah, I chose this to show off one character we wouldn't probably get to talk much about, Mastorious. He's a grappler, but aside from that, he's got a very low jump. This game does not have hops, that is just his jump. So he is clinically unable to get over Fireball without using a charge move.
So unfortunately, he's a very dangerous character to try to bust out in tournament bracket because he loses so hard to just anybody with a Fireball for the most part. But
Yeah.
if they don't have a Fireball, then yeah, like he has a pretty good matchup against Lee, who's one of the top characters.
You're going to be seeing us play this like very kind of flighty touch and go neutral, and that's because Mars has just some of the best buttons in the game. And when you come up to a mirror like this, it's like, well, how do I play around this now? Because his sweep is as fast as light buttons for whatever reason.
2 frames.
Yep.
It's a 2-frame sweep that he can actually buffer into or buffer out of. And the thing is, yeah, so he's got that double German, which is just a half circle motion with punch. And yeah, it combos during hit stun, so you can do a standing heavy punch or heavy kick, and it'll combo right into it. But if he puts them in like block stun, or if they're too far, and you just cancel into the double German, it actually, whatever button you pressed is what you'll like sort of chain into. Like if you do a sweep into a double German motion, the sweep will just get cut off by a stand jab, and that lets you, yeah, let's like cut off the recovery of a sweep a lot faster.
And yeah, this matchup is just, yeah, it's this set was so funny. It's just like we're both trying to do the same thing. We're both trying to like play neutral with jab and sweep, and occasionally like jump in. And sometimes I go for empty jump just because I know like hitting the jump in will push them too far for double German. But if I just get the grab, that opens up my mix up.
And yeah, Mastorious has some other moves. He's got the Tiger Lariat and the wheel kick. The weird thing about those moves is that they have double the charge time that most charge moves have in this game. Most charge moves are a little under a second, but the Tiger Lariat takes almost 2 seconds to charge up.
Yeah, I think when we dug into it, it was like 40 frames and 72, something like that. Yeah. Rogueyoshi's saying I want to bet on how many more sweep trades occur. Yeah, it's a good button. And the other thing is it doesn't even expose his weak spot until recovery, so it's like, you don't have to worry about that, because Mars' weak spot, in case we haven't talked about it yet, is his boots. His little fur boots. The fur will come right off. You know, it's cheap stuff. So when it comes down to it, it means he's really easy to hit his weak spot with like crouching light kicks and sweeps, but Mars is also another character who can't chain his crouching light kick, probably because it has so much range. You can link off it, but still.
Jumping heavy punch, standing heavy kick, double German. And he's got that rising knee. There's 2 versions of it, the light and the heavy version. The light one comes down really fast. The heavy one has a second hit that will often cross up. If you block the first hit point blank, he'll actually wind up on the other side, so you have to block it the other way, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, this game does that a lot, where it's like you have 1 hit on the light version, 2 hits on the heavy version. Yeah, I mean, hey, the double German does a good chunk of damage, and you just charge a Tiger Lariat, rush up to them, and instant mix up.
Perfect.
And you get to combo into it if a move actually hits, which is nice. And yeah, no whiff animation either.
Oh, the trick card sweep. Yeah, that's very real.
And a lot of times after the double German, you'll see a jab Tiger Lariat to get closer, and then yeah, you can go for an ambiguous cross up after that.
Yeah, I think
so, like, he gets Oki off it.
I think someone was saying this was their favorite stage. Definitely agree. Like this is it's just the best. Like, it's so bright and colorful, and it's got a really good theme. Ooh, all right, sweep gaming. Ah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, Tiger is a little hard. You can't really react to the light version. Heavy version, on the other hand, so slow that it's like almost unusable. It's like 18 frames or something.
Double German.
Right.
Good block. And also that little rising knee thing has it has some iframes too, so you can actually use it as a reversal.
Yeah, it's also 12 frames, and it's just enough for him to like sail over a fireball with it.
Ooh, the whiff standing light in the double German.
Yeah, generic sort of kept getting me with those like a light kick into double German because it's like, yeah, it's a psychological tick, right? You'll hit him, you'll whiff it, and their throw protection runs out. You know, this is definitely like the most classical grappler. He's just got the SNK thing where you can combo into his grab.
Yep. Yeah, they were doing that before. Like, this game came out before KOF 94.
Very interesting. I wonder if there was like any like insight or any like crossover between those teams. I feel like no, but
No, it was Data East and SNK, so it was two separate companies, but
they just they knew.
yeah.
Yup.
Mastorious Gaming. Oh, that had to be an accident.
Yeah.
That move that move where he runs across the screen. One of the most awkward motions. It's a half circle involving up. So you have to hit back, up, forward, or forward, up. Forward, up, back works too, right? You can do either motion.
Ways.
But you have to be very careful in going back, up, forward, or forward, up, back. If you hit down at any time during that, it'll think you're doing a double German. And it takes priority over everything else. But yeah, it's not an unblockable, that run grab. It's just a move that combos on hit.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's kind of useful in like against Gene just to like bring him to the corner, but for the most part, use it for style and like.
Yeah.
There was actually a website, like a Japanese website, that had some stuff on this game, and they noted it as like a little desperation tactic to get in against fireballers. You just kind of throw it out, and you know, if they're a little
Close
slow on
to
their
distance,
fireball,
yeah.
you'll at least close distance. Yeah,
Makes sense.
it's kind of fast. You know, other than that, like you got Lariat, which has such a long charge time that they'll know you're going for it.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool move. Unfortunately, like the fact that he doesn't get much Oki off it, he can't go for a cross up. He can just like meaty sweep.
Yeah, it does kind of push him back. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, at this point we're just kind of trying to like fish for an empty jump grab or something, and it's not quite working out.
Oh, checking the sweep.
Yeah, the whiff punish. Oh, I was looking for the grab there. It doesn't matter. Just, you know, reversal command grab.
Yeah, like jump, fear, speed, and the sweep. I like that.
I think this ended up being like the closest set for obvious reasons, but it's like, yeah, this is very silly, and that's what it is. Like sometimes you have to just cut loose.
Sometimes you gotta get silly with it. Yeah.
You gotta enjoy the shit that this game presents you with.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, just land a couple of sweeps and you're good.
Ooh, too far for the double German. I always got into the habit of, like, when I get the dizzy, I just, you know, do the jumping heavy punch or heavy kick, and then make sure to, like, walk forward a step or two, and then hit standing heavy kick into double German, just in case, because sometimes they get pushed out.
Yep.
I gotta say, this is definitely the Slamtown character. Slamtown were to sign up tomorrow, I feel like this is who he'd gravitate
100%, yeah.
to. Right up your alley, Slamtown.
This character's crazy. I think like he does win against Lee. That's the main thing that kind of keeps him, you know, somewhere on the tier list. It definitely doesn't rise him up of like the low mid tiers, just because like so many characters have a fireball with which to shut him down.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that like he's good against Zazie, but that doesn't really shake out in practice. I think Zazie neutral is too real against him.
Yeah, I've tried using Mastorious against I'd play sets with Josh the Funk Doc, and
Yeah.
I'd get like some wins, but I'd still be losing more than I'd be winning.
Yeah.
Like he has a chance, but it's still just such an uphill battle.
Yep, now we're back to neutral here. We're looking pretty close to live totals.
Ooh, the knee. The knee! Look at that
Oh,
knee.
I don't know what I tried to do there, but I ended up getting grabbed.
Hiker.
Ah, just
Do
wait
nothing
for
to
it.
grab. Yeah.
Mastorious wins! Final round, fight!
Hiker.
Yeah, I think we were like both in each other's heads enough where we're not doing like round start lariat, because what if they sweep?
You advance to the next layer.
Oh, good jab to check the empty jump.
Oh.
Yeah, this character just plays a really good RPS. It's just, if you have a fireball, he can't really force you to play it with him.
Oh, too far.
I missed that, yeah. Now I'm hit from Dizzy, so I'm, you know, blocking, and that's where he gets the command grabs.
Oh, there it is. Slap the fur. Not gonna kill him.
Yeah, that one surprised me a bit, but, you know, we're here. We're in a kind of a bad spot.
And the game does sort of have some gut scaling at low health.
Oh, dang, nice. That kind of covered my angle there.
Mastorious wins!
That's interesting. I didn't realize this game had guts. That's kind of cool.
I forget the exact value it like kicks in a little more defense, but yeah, at low health it does. Moves do start to do less damage.
It's something weird like 30%, so it's like before, I think it's like before the music kicks in or something like that. Otherwise, that would kind of tell you, you know, exactly where it is.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, I tried thick throw there and he just smashes crouching light kick.
Too far.
Yeah, the game is just so fast and, you know, responsive where it's like, oh, okay, I guess drawing. Let's go next round.
He's got to roll with it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sniffing out that weak spot though. Something's gonna happen. Well, I guess it was a trade again. I think that was crouching light kick, not a sweep trade, but same difference.
Yeah.
Round 2, fight!
Yeah, those interactions where two characters trade moves at the end of a round, it's kind of funny because if whichever character like won, they won't get knocked down. Like if they both trade sweeps, like the other character will die, but the character who won, they just like get pushed back. They never got knocked down. It doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of funny.
Sort of does that again, where he like spaces jab just outside of like the rising knee range, which is really neat. Gotta give credit for that. That's like good way to deal with that. Oh yep, sweep's gonna punish that.
Unfortunately, yeah, that move is punishable on block.
I think it's like -6, so anyone can like crouching light kick at least.
Yeah.
Right, looks like we're.
I feel like they were scared of having Mastorious be too good.
Yeah, and I mean, he was strong in Fighter's History, but that game almost.
That was
doesn't
because
have
combos were fucked
so,
up
yeah.
in that game.
Yeah. So it's like whatever they were doing with like moving to this game, it kind of doesn't really matter what the first game played like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double
The
weak
longer
point
I play
flashing.
Mars, like the more I try to use all his buttons because I feel like outside of like I don't know, standing heavy punch, they're all good for a different purpose. I think, especially his jump buttons. Like the neat thing about his jump buttons are like they all move his stuff around. So like his light punch and light kick don't, but his heavy punch and heavy kick and even like his command
nice.
levels, his splash and his drop kick will all move around his weak spot a little bit. Oh, grabbed me out of that.
Now
that was-
things are getting wild.
Yeah, that one was definitely a misinput, but something about that worked out.
See what happens when you're on game 8 of Mastorious Mirrors.
Mastorious wins.
I was
wild
telling him
stuff starts
immediately
happening.
after, like, this character is crack. This, and I think
He is
like,
really fun.
The closing thoughts were like, Generic Soda did say the mix was nasty, and I think his neutral was a lot more solid than this. He was hitting the sweeps where it counted and stunning me a lot more often. It was fun. Oh, I jumped right into it. Yep.
Oh! And that's it.
Yeah.
Mastorious.
End up ending on
set.
something not too crazy, but goes to show you what Mars, even his basic mix-ups are really scary.
Yeah, since you might not see a Mars go very far in the tournament, so it's good to see some stuff on what he can do.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all coming through. Those are some good sets, despite
Oh, they're fun.
the hiccups that we had. We were able to recover pretty quick. That was tight. It's a good warm up of things to come for tomorrow, which is going to be a Swiss format. So we'll get a ton of matches on stream, and then the top 4 from Swiss move into double elim. I know we're missing people that signed up for that WNF tournament we did way back when, so I'll probably try to hit up some people and get them back in. But it's going to be a good time tomorrow, so appreciate if people would sign up / just tune in, chill. We'll have other additional guest commentators tomorrow because I think PolarBair, you're in bracket. BBH, you got stuff to do. But I appreciate you, also just taking tonight to hang with us. That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I mean, I don't think we've commentated anything together before, so it was a lot of fun.
Haven't we? I guess maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah, we did the
Also,
one like making a case thing, but that's
Yeah.
not really tournament. Yeah, or that's not sets.
Yeah,
I will
guess
say
I was never on the mic for any of the Dan Kuga stuff, huh?
yeah, I mean, if you want to commentate anything, hit me up. But I will say one thing in closing. I love this game a lot. Obviously, I think I don't know if I'm gonna go to anything in the U.S. anytime soon because Frosty was kind of like the offline event that would run this. It ran it the last couple years and it was got a pretty good crowd. But I think things have changed a lot in the scene when it comes to online, right? Like now that Street Fighter 6 and all these other games have hit the scene, people have kind of stuck to the big games online. There's not a lot of people checking out random stuff on Fightcade, but this game has a pretty developed wiki, has a lot of tournaments and footage to go over. So if you want to pick it up, it's not hard to get into, and there'll be people looking for games no matter what.
Yep. Just
Awesome.
just don't be a Ryoko player. Sorry.
All right,
Yeah,
fellas.
unfortunately, yeah, like the tier list, yeah, like some of those characters at the bottom, they have a rough time. But you got to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, play the game, play the right version of the game with the 1P, 2P stuff. Just play it, try it out. I'm hyped for tomorrow. Thanks to everyone that fought in the exhibitions. And once again, thank you, PolarBair, LordBBH, for commentary. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll do it all over again, but with something on the line. There'll be tournaments. And we'll catch up with y'all then.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later.
Peace.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Just gonna find a spot that well, I know LordBBH is about to stream too, so you guys can check out his stream. But looking for some fighting game stuff. If you guys wanted to keep watching, here we can watch this. I meant to watch this too. They did a tournament in Mexico, big 2x tournament on H0's channel, so y'all can tune into that too. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Everyone, take care.